Yep. The 72 people reviewing this 5 stars, they're not kidding. This char is amazing. And the atmosphere I'm in only amplifies just how good this fish is. It is the 15th of October and I am sweating, which is insane. I think I got here last year on the 7th of October and I was borderline hypothermic. This has just been a different fall, that's for sure. Also, the fact that I'm able to eat this char in the manner that I'm doing, catching it, cooking it, and enjoying my last outing on open water in the 24 season is something that I've been thinking about for a while, but had no clue that it was actually going to happen today. Let's get you caught up. I fished for almost 2 hours with nothing at all. No bite, no nibble, no anything. Then this happened right to the last minute. Woo, she's a baby. Now right there is an Arctic char, and I have an Arctic char recipe to do a little catch and cook and relive this summer. Wow, I said 12:45. If I don't catch a fish by 12:45, I'm calling it quits. Turns out it's 12:48. So thank you, Mr. Char. Not a monster by any means, but she's gonna cook up just fine. All right, I'm gonna bleed her out and I'll see you back at the old cooking table. Wasn't anything for the record books, but he was a nice fish. From there, I split some wood and got a fire going and got my fire grate up. Once the fire was going good and I had some nice coals, I took the char and filleted it out, deboned it. The fact that I have to deal with flies in October is unbelievable. From there, I cut up the fish into pieces that I could easily fit into a tin foil tray that I made. I then forgot to bring the sea salt. Always forget something. So remember, sea salt to taste. Then zested the fish with lime zest. After that, I took my pre-measured 1/4 cup of olive oil, 1/4 cup of sherry wine, some rosemary leaves that were dried. Unfortunately, where I'm at, I could not find any fresh rosemary. 2 garlic cloves, which I'm lazy, so I just took a scoop of garlic out of some minced garlic and threw that in the container. I then blended all that together into some sort of puree, I believe is what they call it. Spread that all over the fish. Once the fish was bathed in that, I took cayenne pepper and sprinkled that on top of the fish, along with the dried out rosemary leaves. In my excitement, I also forgot to add the pepper. So this is missing 2 of its key ingredients and still tastes amazing. I think the garlic mixed with the lime really enhances the flavor of this char. I can only imagine how awesome it would be if I would have actually followed all of the directions. You let this thing cook for about 10 to 15 minutes on the fire. I was periodically checking it. It says 400 degrees, 15 minutes or something along those lines. Who knows how hot it was with the fire. You keep an eye on this. When it's all said and done, this recipe is money. Now that I'm snacking on this fish, I just wanted to thank you guys for hanging out with me for the entire year. This year was a pretty awesome year. A lot of learning involved, a lot of things to overcome. Had that Achilles rupture. I couldn't in my wildest dreams think that I'd be here in October, walking normal, dragging this kayak around, eating fish that I caught right out of the lake 15, 20 minutes ago. Getting over that obstacle was pretty tough. It messed with my head quite a bit. I didn't see myself being able to do anything that I used to be able to do really for quite some time. Turns out if you just are too stubborn to let things set you back, you get back to where you need to be. Know that if you're in a rough spot, there's brighter days ahead. Literally caught a lot of good fish this year. Was able to do a couple ocean trips, which had a blast doing. Thanks, Max, for allowing me to do that before you moved. Caught some absolutely massive, in my mind, lake trout, which has been on the bucket list for over a decade. Had a wonderful time dip netting with my boy. It was a good year. Per usual, these flies are out of control, man. I thought these things would have been dead. They should have froze to death. We're gonna time out, and we're back. Was wondering why my mouth was getting a little dry. Forgot this kombucha. This stuff is A, not an advertisement. They're not paying me for any of this. But B, tastes great. A little expensive, but it definitely hits the spot. Once again, I'm gonna clean the rest of this fish up. Brought some Ziploc bags so I can take it back home and enjoy it throughout the week. And yeah, I truly appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching my stuff. I feel like an idiot out here 90% of the time. I'm sure a decent group of you would agree. For the ones that stick around and watch me, truly, thank you. You guys have a good week, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you again.